We live inside the Pac Jam Radio, Big Mac.
DJ Nasty 305.
And we got family in the building. One of my favorite comedians right now.
He's a legend.
No cap.
He's a legend.
DEON Cole hanging out with us.
What's up? What's going on, y'all?
How you doing, man?
Man, thanks for having me. I really appreciate it. Straight up and down.
Now, in case you know, he in the city because he is going to be at the Miami Improv.
Yes.
Tonight at 8 and 10:30. Then he got shows tomorrow, 7 and 9:30.
Yes, sir.
And then on Sunday, you got an 8 o'clock show.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
3 shows.
5.
Five shows.
3 days.
3 days.
2 tonight,
Boy,
2 tomorrow, 1 Sunday,
Boy, that
man.
bag is amazing.
I haven't been down here in a while, man. Rocking. I've not been down here. I don't even know why, man. I know I've been like working and filming a lot of stuff, filming like Grownish and Blackish and Conan and all of that. Shout out to everybody that watch it and stuff. And Angie Tribeca too. And so I've been like busy. So now I finally got a chance to come on out, touch the people. So I want everybody to come on out, man. That I've been down here performing, man, it had to be about 3 years.
Damn,
maybe even 4.
Yeah, I think that's when the first time I met you. I think it had been like 3 years.
I want to say that. Yeah, I want to say it's been about that long. Yeah.
So what is it about Miami that you love that you can't get from no other city?
Man, I think it's just like a you got to be funny to be down here. Like they ain't gonna just give you no laughs down here. Like nah, they ain't gonna do that. And I remember back in the day, I used to come here, man, with Marvin Dixon, man. We used to do it was the Improv was like in a mall or something.
It was in Coconut Grove.
Man, the shows used to be so great until I think it was that Sunday show. That Sunday show. Oh, I remember putting gasoline on me before I walked out there, yo. That was a hard room. But, yo, if you had them laughing, you had them, you know. And
they look at you like, we got work.
Yo, yeah. But like, you had to go out there and hit them, though. You couldn't be playing around. So, you know, Miami always was that spot. Shout out to my man Benji, too. That's my dude, man. Chicago. Razor. You know, a lot of great Miami comics, man, that I touched down with us here.
So you on the tour right now, or you just doing kind of spot?
Well, I was doing tours. I was touring with Martin for a minute, then he started shooting Bad Boys 3, and then I ended up just going back and, you know, writing these shows, man, and getting them ready, man. That's it.
So as a doing the stand-up and TVs and movies and stuff like that, do you find like you have to kind of like put one to the back burner to focus on the others, or can you like balance all of them all?
Well, first and foremost, comedy is gonna always be first and foremost because I wouldn't have none of that if it wasn't for comedy. And a lot of people do comedy until they get those things, then they lead comedy. But I ain't one of them cats or whatever. Like I always make time for that or whatever. But everything has its purpose. You know, comedy is more therapeutic. You know, acting is more of an escape, you know, and I play different characters and stuff. And then writing, you know, that's just me keeping my chops up and you know, blessing other people. You know, me writing for Soul Train Awards, American Music Awards, the White House Correspondents' Dinner for Conan, like doing a lot of writing for them. You know, that just, you know, keeps me a bay in that breast, you know, with what I do. So, yeah, everything, you know, it all has its place, you know.
But comedy first.
Comedy always first. Always first. Because a lot of people do that and then they fall off and then they come back to comedy. Why not just keep comedy number one? You know what I mean? That's what I love about Kevin Hart. Like Kevin could stop if he want to, but you still see him touring.
He just put out
and
a special.
Yeah, like you got to. Like comedy is always first, man. You should never give it up, you know.
People that haven't seen you before, what can they expect from a DEON Cole show?
Man, I like to get people to think, you know what I mean? That's kind of my claim to fame. I just like people to think, you know what I mean? But everybody is accepted, and I want people to come with an open mind and don't come in there with that make me laugh attitude, you know what I mean? Like just come in there and just, you know, sit back and check it out, you know, and it's a different approach. than just other comedians or whatever. I mean, comedy is comedy. It's the same wheel, different realm. That's all it is. And so my perspective is just different than the next one, but it's still comedy. And so I just want you to hear my version of how I pour water in a glass. It's just a little different than the way you pour water in a glass. I might do that. I might do that. Right. Everybody got a little different way they pour water. So come listen to how I pour water.
So I gotta say, as a fan, from day one, the first time I seen you, The Notebook was hands down probably the most brilliant, funniest thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen this. He go up there with a notebook. First time I seen him, and he goes, "Yo, bro, I got these jokes. I'm gonna just try them out."
For some reason, I think I saw that on BET.
Absolutely. That's all you can do. Like, I BS the people. I used to, but how it started though in Chicago, I used to be so high that I used to forget my jokes. I did.
One thing I said, is this the DEON COLE? I said, man, he get high all the time.
I used to be blaze.
He get high all the time.
I chill,
He get high, bro. Bad.
No, I used to get it in. I chilled though, but I used to get it in. And that's how it started. I couldn't remember my jokes, so I'd go up there and just do them right off the paper and leave, and that would be it. And then once I quit like smoking and stuff like that, I'll do shows and people would be like, "Dude, where your notepad?"
Right.
And I used to be like, "Huh?" I'd be like, "No, I remember it." And they'd be like, "No." They was like, "No, do it anyway."
Oh man.
So then I just was like, "Man, let me incorporate it." And I was doing it, and I just kept doing it, and I still do it too to this day. Like even tonight, I'm gonna do it. Yeah, I do it.
It's absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, thank you, man. I appreciate it.
I've recently been doing stand up, like getting into it, like serious for the past like year and some change.
Yeah.
And that is one thing I've always said. That is the most brilliant thing to have, because if it don't work, your reaction and it not working is funnier than the joke itself.
Yeah, no, but that's, I mean, comedy is like that to me, man. Comedy is where it's funny not being funny sometimes, and everything ain't got to be just like ripping, because people fail to realize that the goal is to make you laugh.
Right.
It's not how I make you laugh.
It's not set up,
right?
Because
people forget that.
Right.
If people forget that, you're there to make them laugh, regardless. And that's something I learned from Conan. Like you there to make them laugh, and however you can do it, that's what you do. And every moment ain't gonna be magical. If all moments is magical, then we wouldn't have magical moments. So you go do what you do, and you're gonna chase those magical moments. But if you don't get it, it's all good. You back at a nice level where you're supposed to be. So
You ever get booed?
Have I? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got booed.
I haven't gotten booed yet. I've gotten the silence.
The
crickets and the...
I'd rather get booed. At least I know they're alive. Yeah, silence is like, are you gonna murder me or what? Yeah. Silence is like,
oh. Paying their bill, like they was divvying up the change. But I said, oh my God, I can hear all that. That's how quiet it was.
You can hear pens writing and all that.
Short $2. You had the mozzarella sticks.
Right.
I said, damn, man.
You can hear that, right?
I'm doing that bad.
A lot of comics that rode home with no radio many nights.
That's a quiet ride.
Oh, what? That ride home is,
you start thinking about other jobs you could be doing.
Yeah. How you doing this right?
So, damn, if I could have just took 2 more semesters, I could have just been a teacher by now.
Maybe I should make some T-shirts.
Huggy Lowdown said he'd never forget the first time he got booed.
Wow.
Do you remember it?
My first time being booed? Yeah, I remember the first. You never forget that. That scars you, yo. Like scars you. I did a show in Chicago for these pimps. It was this pimp dude.
Oh my God.
He was trying to flip his money. And he had like a show in a car wash he owned. And he had like chairs and stuff, and we sitting up in there, man. And I went in there and I was doing my little. I think I only had like probably like 10 minutes of material, and I went in there and they was like, boo. Yeah. And I quit comedy. I quit because this other comic told me, he was like, yo, if you get booed, you know you gotta quit. And I was like, really? He was like, yeah. At the beginning of me starting, so hating dude told me that, and I remember I got booed. I was like, man, it was great, y'all. I told all the comics, I was like, thank y'all, man, this was fun, y'all. Y'all got my notebook. Nah, they was like, yo, no, I seen this dude named Tony Schofield. He seen me in the mall. And he was like, dude, where you been? And I was like, man, I bombed, so you know. He was like, no, why they tell you that? He was like, man, we want you back, man. Everybody been looking for you. And I went back that night. Yeah, and it was rocking ever since. Yeah, but yeah, I've been booed. I booed with Ja Rule, opening for Ja Rule.
What?
They was throwing stuff at me, man.
Was this before the festival?
Shouldn't even
or
been
after
at a
the
rap
festival?
concert. This was like I was doing kind of maybe 3 years in.
Okay.
They was throwing like coat hangers and golf balls and full concession stand drinks, the one with the lids, because them the ones that like black open up when they hit you.
The bottle just
the bottle you get hit and it drop, but them concession stand joints
that hurts you. You hit with the straw.
Man,
And
yo, I was walking around sticky as hell, yo.
He said a coat hanger. Who came to a show?
Yo, what are you bringing this here for? You had a rap concert with a can of Pringles. Like, yo. They don't sell Pringles at no rap concert, yo. They were throwing all kinds of joints at me. I was like, and the promoter was like, get off stage. I was like, yo. I ain't even say nothing but hi. That was the other bad thing. I was like, hey, how y'all? They was like, boo. I was like, dude, wait. Y'all gonna hear me out. I'm not bringing them on till y'all hear me out. And the promoter was like, get your ass off.
Oh, he kicked you off?
Yeah.
Wow.
I was like, all right. I see what's up. I was like, comedy and rap don't mix. Don't mix.
So you said earlier you stopped smoking.
Yeah.
What made you stop?
Man, I felt like every 10 years of your life, you should be doing something a little different. This older cat told me that, man. He was like, every 10 years of your life, you should be doing something drastically different in order to better your life. And this one, I was like 20, he told me that. And I was like, okay, cool. Now, I think I was in my like beginning 30s. He told me that, yeah. And I was like, you know what? I was like, I'm going to stop clubbing when I hit about 35, I'm gonna stop clubbing this as much because I was going out
Yeah, I like how that
7
changed.
days a week.
I
I was going out 7 days a
as
week.
much.
Yeah, when I hit 35, I was like, all right, I'm gonna start going out maybe like 2 days a week or something. I did that. And then I was like, dang, when I get 40, I what I'm gonna do. So I just kept thinking, I was like, man, I need to quit smoking cigarettes, drinking, smoking weed. I was getting blackout drunk. I was like, I need to change that. So when I hit 40, I was like, all right, I'm done. Yep. And I quit cold turkey. Wow. I was supposed to go out of town for Thanksgiving, and I tore my ticket up, barricaded myself in my apartment for about 2 weeks because I was writing for Conan at the time, man. I had like 2 weeks off for Thanksgiving. I stayed in and I didn't smoke, didn't drink, didn't do nothing. Wow. But I learned how not to smoke in the house and drink weed and smoke weed and cigarettes. But then when I finally left the house, like thinking I was good, I had to learn how to stop smoking and drinking other places. Out, like just smoking in the car
cool, but
before I get on stage,
right.
after I get off stage, like airport. So I just changed, you know. And so like now I'm in like, you know, like my later 40s. So when I hit 50, I'm changing up again, which is I'm gonna probably just stop eating meat, you know, and just eat like fish. Wow. So like every 10 years, I think you should be doing something different. And really every 4 years, you should be like kind of evaluating yourself. 4 years is very important. I think a lot of people don't realize that. That's why you got presidents They're in office for 4 years.
Right.
When you graduate from college, 4 years.
Well, 6 for me, but
yeah. You was having fun. That's all. Oh, that's the basic. That's the basic years at FAMU. All right, 6 years, right?
6 years, yeah.
That's what I heard. If you having fun, you there 6 years.
That's
That's what I'm saying.
That's right.
But yeah, man, that was a philosophy that this older guy told me. It always stuck with me. So yeah, that was the reason why I chilled. Yeah.
Now, you keep saying that you write for Conan. How did you even hook up with him?
Man, I went on the Tonight Show as a guest. I went on there and performed as a guest. And then after I got off stage, he came to my dressing room and started talking to me. We were talking about everything but comedy. Mm-hmm. Then he left. 2 weeks later, my manager called me crying and was like, yo, Conan wants you to write for him. And I was like, write what? And it was like jokes. Because you can't fathom that.
Right,
Conan, this dude graduated from Harvard, man. This dude wrote for The Simpsons for years, Saturday Night Live. Like, he icon when it comes to writing. So for you to ask me to write for you and you ain't even asked me to submit nothing, like, what's your reasoning?
That's like Quincy Jones asking you to produce for him.
Yo, you be like produce what?
What can I help you
What
with?
do you want me to help you with? Like, yeah, so it was like that, and man, and I didn't want to do it because I had just did NACA. NACA is like this conference where you go perform in front of like 1,000 representatives from 1,000 colleges, and if they like you, they bring you to their schools. So I think I won like maybe 360 schools at like $2,000 a piece, and I was like, "Yo, right. I'm not going to write. Yo, I got bread to get. You know what I mean?
This money about
yeah. I was about to get it, and they was like, "Man, you got to start." So I was like, "I give it about a week." And I went in there and I hated it. I was like, I'm gonna leave. I'm out of here. But then this black dude that worked there and this black chick that worked there, they came in my office and they was like, well, the black dude, he's an IT guy, and he was like hooking my computer up, and he was like this, dude, don't leave. We need you. We need you in there writing jokes to represent for black folk. Ain't no black folks in there. And I was like this, nah, don't put that pressure on me,
right.
dude. I'm bouncing. I'm out. Then the black, and they was the only black people there. The IT guy and the black chick, she was the secretary. She came and gave me my business cards, and she was like, man, you need to stay.
They told you represent the culture before you got your business card?
She told us, she was like, man, we need you so bad in there. And I was just like, man, so I ended up staying another week. And I was like, yo, this ain't for me, man. Because it just wasn't for me. I ain't fit in. Wasn't no black people around. It was just hard on me. But what make you is what break you. Because I wasn't writing like them neither. Like, these guys are from Brown University, and they like Emmy-winning, award-winning writers, and I ain't write like that. And one day they asked me to write this skit about Oktoberfest, which is a white German day. And I was sitting up in there, and I was like, man, they got Cinco de Mayo, Oktoberfest, and they got St. Patty's Day, ain't no black drinking day. And they said, write that up. And I wrote it up, and I went on stage and did it, and the rest is history.
Wow.
Yeah.
How many years it been?
Man, that was like 2009, almost 10 years ago.
So even with your success on your own, you still go back and write?
I still go to Conan. I just left Conan. I was just on there like 2 weeks ago. We did a bit about stuff that's in the news. That's my man forever.
Wow.
Like forever. Whatever you want, I'm doing it. I don't care what I'm doing, because that dude showed me a lot of love, gave me a chance, and it wasn't off no auditioning or none of that, just being real, like, yo, and going off vibes.
Those are the best relationships.
Those are the best relationships, yo, where you can see a dude and you see something in him and you like, oh, I like him, like, I'm gonna mess with him, and they don't have him going through a whole bunch of hoops and all that. Because anything I ever got, man, anything I auditioned for, I ain't never got to this day. Anything I ever auditioned for, I never got. It's always been through relationships, because when people like producing stuff, and that go with any job, if they ahead of you or they producing something or casting something or hiring or whatever, they got a certain person in mind.
Right.
If you unique and you come along, they can't fathom you. You get what I'm saying? They see you coming along and how you are. They didn't have that in mind.
Right.
So therefore they're not gonna hire you because that ain't what they thought of.
That wasn't in their plan.
That wasn't in their plan. So that's been my whole career. Like when I come around, you know, they just be like, I don't know what dude on, but that ain't what we on. Right. But then you got some people going, I don't know what he on, and I like it. That. Right. Yo, I like that different energy he bring and bring him along. Same thing with Blackish. I wasn't supposed to be on Blackish. I went over there to write. And the guy that was supposed to play my character, Charlie, he didn't show up at the last minute. And they was like, man, since you was writing the character, you know the character. So why don't you play him? And I was like, I'll play him for a couple episodes, and that's it. And that was another thing. Like, yo, crazy.
And then you got a spinoff.
Then I got a spinoff of it. Then I got a spinoff of it. Like this is just believing in yourself and not changing up, because you being unique is what's going at the end. That's what's going to prevail. When you trying to be like everybody else, then you gonna disappear. You know what I mean? Like you gotta be unique regardless of anything. Like you gotta get a world who you are. You know what I mean? And that's what I did, and people recognized. And same thing with Angie Tribeca. I wasn't even supposed to be on that show, yo. They wrote me into the show because what I auditioned for was to be a lieutenant, and Steve Carell didn't want me to be a screaming black man again. But he was like, you know what? We like him, so let's write him in, and it was just like that.
Can I tell you? I didn't watch all the episodes yet. I caught it on some random, and I said, this has got to be one of the randomest shows I've ever seen. But it's hilarious.
What? The Angie Tribeca, yo.
It's the randomest show.
Cult classic sleeper, yo.
Man.
You got to know about it in order to know.
When you find out about it. The first episode, I was like, am I high?
Yeah, no, you got to be, though.
I was like, wait a minute.
to enjoy it, you need to smoke something.
Yeah, I didn't know if I was too tired or did I smoke? I'm that high that I don't remember smoking.
Yeah. It's like Airplane and Naked Gun.
Yeah, they'll be like, it's raining cats and dogs, and open the door.
And then it'd be like real cats and dogs.
And they'll catch it and just keep it moving like they ain't just catch a cat.
Yeah. It's sick, man.
Like,
it's a sick show, man. It was fun. Shout out to Rashida Jones, Quincy Jones' daughter. Yeah, that's my girl. We rocked out on that show. Yeah.
So now that you actually like one of the main stars on Blackish, do you still write for Blackish, or you just kind of
they just took you right off of that?
No,
they took me right off of that. Yeah, and I just started just actually performing. So I write for like I said myself. I'm writing other scripts, producing other shows. I'm trying to get other shows on the network. I'm working with something right now with my other girl, Erin, who's a comedian, and Erin Jackson. Shout out to Erin, and working on some other projects, man, and just like producing and writing a whole bunch of different shows and stuff.
Well, if you need a funny fat person, I will put my resume in.
Yo, okay.
The resume is short. It's a one-pager, but it's less reading for you. You know what I mean?
Let's read.
Pages.
I don't need to do all that reading, right? Yeah.
I don't know if it's even a page, maybe a couple.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Wildin' Out, that's it. Wildin' Out Radio.
We in the world of Twitter. I can give you anything 140 characters. You'll be all right.
Wildin' Out in radio.
Right. We need a fat guy.
I like this. I like this. Yeah. We did Wildin' Out, right?
Yeah.
We did Wildin' Out.
It was the episode when you did the Step Show with Trevor.
Yeah. Me and Trevor. Yeah, we did the Wildin' Out show. Yep, you was on that joint.
We was all in the green room. My cousin was there, and I was like, I gotta take a picture with him. I was like, I met him once, but he not gonna remember me in the lobby. That was a couple of years ago. So I was like, so I gotta take a picture. But in the green room, there's so much going on.
So much going on.
There's partying, there's smoking, there's drinking, and there's people.
It didn't used to be like that back in the day. Because I did Wildin' Out when it's second season.
Right.
Like I was on that joint, and it was real tame.
Now they got money now.
Now it's like they shooting dice and
playing cards,
video games, and cards,
DJs set up. The whole party.
It's wild.
Yeah, so
this in the green room, yo.
This
ain't even the show.
They got pool tables. So I was like,
I'm like, how do they even get their hair right to go out there and perform with all this nonsense? Yo, that's them. That's real though.
You know what's the funny part?
That's real though.
All this going on, and then let's huddle up, and then they pray.
Yeah. Yep, before the show.
And we
They
pray.
be like,
And we go out there.
yo, they be wild.
Kite going to God.
It's probably every sinful thing that you want.
No,
And then they stop.
They
and it's
really
a
be
pray.
wild. But it's dope. Shout out to Nick and all
God,
them.
hi, hey God,
Yeah,
just bless us.
Go out there. I was like, I gotta get a picture with him.
Yes, sir. Yes,
and that's
sir.
not one of the moments where I can be like, hey, in Miami, I didn't really remember, caught you in this. I was just like, big fan, can I get a picture? Yeah.
It's all love.
I was like, yeah.
Yeah, it's all love, man. With me, man, I take pictures with whoever come up, man. Like I try not to be that dude, you know. Even when I be with my kid or family, just eating or whatever, I still try to get up and take a picture because, you know, like that's gonna be verbal promotion for you the rest of their life. When you do that, you take 15 seconds to take a picture, that leads to them talking about you forever.
They don't tell that story. Yo, I was at Chipotle.
Deon
Cole stopped eating a burrito for me. It's my dog.
That's real. But like even me, like I think about times that I was around Prince one time and he just looked at me and did this. I still talk about that. We didn't even talk. He just nodded his head at me and I still talk about that.
He's the biggest Prince fan.
You went like that?
Almost.
Deal.
No, I was just sitting there. I just nodded back and left out and was like, yo.
That happened to me when I met Lil Wayne for the first time.
Yeah.
When I met Wayne, I got invited to the studio, and there was a whole bunch of people in the studio. The next thing you know, he was on a skateboard, because he got a skateboard ramp in the studio.
Yeah.
So he was going back and forth on the ramp, and then he came out of the studio. So, so yeah, I got these records. You know, I just want to check them out.
Yo, why?
You want me to check me?
Yeah,
Play whatever you want. Play
Yeah, man.
I get it.
Yo, but you talk about that the rest of your life. You will always, and that's how it is, and that's how I see it, man. I see it where, you know what, I as much as I possibly can, if somebody asks me that, yo, I definitely give them some love, you know. Yeah, keep
That's
it
how
going.
when I met Martin when he did the tour down here.
Yeah,
I cried.
Yeah,
they let me do the open, as people were coming in. I was that guy. So they were like, "Yeah, Martin's in the back." I was like, "Yeah, well, they got a meet and greet." They said they'd try to slide me in. They're like, "Nah, come on, let's go." They walked me back there. Martin, you was the guy rocking at the beginning. I said, "Oh." There's a video. I just started crying. And I was just like, "Thank you, man."
That's honor. There's nothing you can say. That's Martin Lawrence, man.
And you was on tour with him.
Yeah, city to city. That's my dude. Even me, when the tour first started, I was sitting up wow, I'm with Martin Lawrence.
Do you still get that way with the ones you look up to?
Yeah, man. That mean you care, man. That mean you care. That ain't no soft sucker stuff or none of that. That mean you just care. People be like, yeah, I don't want to be no groupie. It's like people say that to me, and I be like, that's so ignorant. You should want to show that love and show me you appreciate me. Appreciate me while I'm here. Don't be doing all that appreciation when I'm gone. Show me that now. Give me
you
the
going
gift.
to that everybody at DEON
Man,
Cole
give me that
fan.
love, because I do it.
Right.
I see people, I be like, man, I be like, yo, what's up? You know, I be giving love. You know
got a top 5?
Of what?
Comedy, stand up.
Man, I wouldn't say a top 5, man, because everybody means something different to me.
Right, but I'm saying your top. If you had 5 right off the rip, you gon'.
Man, it's the greats. It's Richard Pryor. It's Eddie Murphy. It's Red Fox. Moms Mabley. You know, but I also want to throw in George Garland.
Okay.
You know, Stephen Wright.
Right.
Ellen DeGeneres. Ellen. I'm gonna tell you why. Ellen, when I first started, Ellen was so monumental to my career. Why? Ellen would take the smallest thing and make a big deal out of it. She would take this microphone cover and do a whole bit on this that is amazing. So she took detailed stuff and made it funny. Like she'd talk about, she'd be like, you ever go get a CD cover and you can't get through the plastic because it's so hard to get in there when you used to get CDs? And she's like, right. And then she's like, but go buy a light bulb. They got like this little cardboard, thin plastic, cardboard paper in order around a very, very,
very sensitive,
fragile thing like that. But she would notice things like that and just take it real small. And that was something that I always loved. Always like, man, I like to take small things and blow them out of proportion just to be different than what everybody else is doing. You know what I mean? And so that was very, and to this day, I still use those like techniques. You know
because of Ellen.
Yeah, to take something small, because everybody else goes so big with everything. Mm-hmm. Sometimes it's good to just bring it down. Steve Harvey taught me silence is just as big as the whole room laughing, because that means they're captivated. And if you get that,
I wish you had told me that when I did that show.
While you're not after the punchline, not after the before the punchline.
Okay, I was about to say,
not after the punchline. No.
Man in the city.
Don't captivate them after you tell the punchline.
And bam, y'all thinking about it, huh? Captivated.
Y'all thinking about it?
Y'all captivated. If they don't laugh, I'm saying, I know y'all captivated.
Y'all captivated. That's funny.
That's what I'm start saying
That's
every
love.
time.
That's funny. I see y'all captivated.
Y'all captivated as hell right now. I see that. You double captivated. I see that.
You ain't saying nothing.
Yo, that's super funny.
Last time you was here, you did the improv at the Hard Rock, at the casino.
At the casino, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's where I saw you at.
Yeah, that was my last time here.
Yeah,
I think that was about 3 years ago.
I was in there by myself, ready to early.
Yeah.
It was going to be a good show, everybody.
Yep, that's where I was at. Shout out to my boy Rob too, Cigar Rob. That's my man.
Yeah.
That's my man from Chicago. We grew up together in Chicago. Yeah, we used to go to church.
What part of Chicago you from?
South Side.
Okay.
All my Chicago people too, man. Y'all come on out too,
man. Not a lot of y'all
man.
really standing up right. It's rough for y'all right now.
Yeah, that's why I need everybody from Chicago to come to this show tonight, because we need to regroup and we're going to talk about all of that tonight.
You know who started it, right? The Bears kicker. When he missed,
that did start a string of BS.
America said, okay, cool. Surviving R. Kelly.
What?
Wow.
And then
Kanye in the office with Trump.
What else we got? We're running out of things. What's this? Justice Smooth. Take him too.
Take him too. Oh man, we got so much to talk about tonight.
Y'all got a lot of.
Come on out tonight. I gotta get it off my chest. I got to get it off my chest.
You still go home?
Yeah, absolutely. I go home a lot. Yeah, I still got a place there. So yeah, I'm always in Chicago.
Do you feel like do you feel old? Like you got to go back and, because they say a lot of people when they make it, then the neighborhood act funny.
Right.
Do you feel like you need to go
Not
back?
really,
especially with
because,
how bad Chicago is.
Like when I go back, I be with my family, man. That'd be it. Like I don't be going back like hitting the streets and nothing like that too much, because now the streets is so different right now, man. Chicago right now, it is, man. All the killers I know, they either dead or locked up or gone. It's a whole new breed of cats that's out there now.
Code now.
And these young cats, they got their own code, and they done branched off and started other organizations within the organization, which gives them, their own thing, their own deal, and organization ain't like what it used to be. You know what I mean? And I go with a gang and all that. Just the organization ain't there no more. Now it's just frivolous. Killing, which is crazy. It used to be organized back when I was a kid.
Killing.
I mean, I don't want to say that, but no, but like when I came up, they used to be like this: "Yo, you doing stand up? Leave them alone. You know what I mean?
Right.
We ain't, let him go get. Like if somebody in the neighborhood was hooping, they'll be like, yo, he trying to hoop, leave him alone. It would be organized, where it'd be like, we don't want you over here around this. You know what I mean? Like
the people that try to better the city.
Yeah. Like whoever was in it was in it already. But when it came to other people, an old lady be walking with their groceries. Cats come help them, gang affiliated. It was organized.
Right.
Like you don't come over here, we don't come over there. Now it's like so many different organizations within the organizations. It's like you don't know what's what. So, it's crazy in the city right now. It's super crazy. But shout out to Chicago and everybody in there. Everybody from Chicago, if you down here, come on out, man.
Was you a Nipsey fan?
Yeah.
Or did you know of him at least?
Nah. I met Nipsey like twice. Nipsey always been like super cool, super dope dude, like down to earth and chill. It ain't like we sat up and chopped it up. Right. It wasn't like that. It was just in passing, like, what up, boy, what up? Gave each other love off of him knowing me and I'm knowing him, and that's it, But I always been a fan. I've been a fan. One of my favorite songs to this day that's always been in rotation was called Keys to the City.
Right.
By Nip. Yo, Keys to the City is that joint, yo. Like joint. And I think that's also a song Jay-Z loved of his when Nipsey was selling his album. And Jay bought I think 1,000 of them or something. Yeah, about 1,000 of them, and it was from that song "Keys to the City." That's how I really got up on him when Jay bought because of that song. And after that song, I was like, "Yo, Nip go hard," and I always just followed him and listened to him and stuff like that. Yeah, but yeah. Nip dope. Like I was senseless, yo. That was crazy.
Do you being that you are a comedian, so you tend to look at things differently. Do you start to believe the conspiracy theories side of things with anything, not just with that situation?
Nah, I don't believe too much of nothing. To be honest with you, I'm a firm believer and advocate of two sides to every story.
Right.
Like I always want to hear the other side. Like I don't care how harsh it is, how crazy it might sound, I'm never going to just go off of one side at all. I want to know why this happened. What made you do this, or what made somebody say this. Like I'm always, because it's just not fair. That's why we got the jurisdiction system.
Yeah.
You weigh both sides.
Right.
That's how you're supposed to do it in order to figure it out. Even if it's crooked or not, but you weigh both sides. Right. That's what you should do. So. Even with the Jesse thing, I just wanted to hear both sides. With everything, it's always another side to it. You know what I mean? R. Kelly stuff is two sides. You know what? It's not saying that any of it is right. I'm not saying none of it is right. Please believe that none of it's right.
I got R. Kelly.
But I want to know why.
That's the side you want to know.
Because sometimes even with some of these girls, there's stories that's been coming out about them getting paid off both sides.
Right.
They got paid from him and they got paid from the people that was doing the documentary.
Right.
And this is factual stuff that they got. So it's like, okay, well, what's this story? What is this? Him being with young girls, I ain't talking about that. That's crazy.
You're from there.
I know. I didn't party with him. I didn't party with dude. I know his birthday a day before mine. I know dude. I know dude. I know dude.
I'm not going to say rumor. Not being from there, they say that everybody in there knew, in Chicago, everybody knew what was going on.
I mean, when we party, it was always in an adult situation where it wasn't like I was somewhere crazy or nothing like that. I ain't never been at his house or nothing like that. But I know dude, and we didn't party together, know, and hung out together and stuff. But that's it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never seen nothing like that. Right. I haven't. But everybody around the city used to say stuff, but I'd never seen nothing personally.
You never saw
get what I'm saying?
So you can't even say, yeah, I seen it.
No, I haven't. But everybody around the city say that. You know what I'm
that.
saying? But you'll see him with somebody, but you just didn't think that. Yeah, you don't think that. Like Michael Jackson, like him walking around with little kids and stuff. You just
wait a minute now.
For real, you don't think that.
With Michael.
No, Michael, my dude. No, Michael, my dude. Look, Michael, my dude. I didn't sat up and fought for Michael since the beginning of this.
Okay.
Because I always been like, he ain't never had a childhood. And yo, this is a dude who been putting out hits since he was 5.
Yeah.
Hold on. Not songs.
Hits.
Since he was 5
years old.
So this dude got a different mentality. He missed something. You know what I'm saying? He missed something. And he went back to try to get it. You know, and he had the mentality of a kid. And I'm not knocking anything of like, because I still don't think it's right for no grown man to be walking around kicking it with no kids. Period. But then that's when the parents come in too.
There you go.
You should not You should not be going to go pick up no grown man to be hanging out with your kid. Period. So I'm really right there. So
thanks, Miss Johnson.
Yo, I'm telling you, I'm like, no, but like I said, like, and the story came out today. You can type it up. It's a story that came out today where they like, yo, the producers of that documentary,
the timelines don't mix.
They lied. They lied about a lie, and that just came out today.
Yeah, I seen that.
They lied about a lie, and they said their timelines didn't match up and all of that. So. Here I go again. It's two sides to every story. You gotta wait.
They happen for kills.
So that's all I'm saying. Even like I said, a lot of this is wrong. Kel shouldn't be with no young girls, and Mike shouldn't be with no young boys, and all of that is wrong.
Mike wasn't with no young boys.
Okay,
right?
so hey, having fun. Period.
I had a joke that I wrote that I actually did it, where my logic was, I know Mike didn't do it because he had an amusement park at his house. And if you think about it, I was like, have you ever gone to an amusement park with one kid, let alone a group of kids? I said, have you gone to one group, a CVS with a kid? That shit is exhausting. I'm like, so you try to tell me after the Tilt-A-Whirl, the roller coaster, feeding the lions, tigers, and bears, getting the candy cane, recording Thriller, dancing with Chris Tucker, he had energy to sleep with some kids? I was like, hell no. I said, that's why that won't fuck after working 4 hours at the and then, you know, you get a reaction out of that.
That's funny.
And then my setup after that was, because I had 2 parts and my best friend told me, cut the other part out because it went too far. So I asked people, do y'all want to hear the second part? It's too much. And you know, they always want to hear it. And I was like, I mean, even if your kid threw the dick at Michael, it's Michael Jackson. I mean, I was like, I wear like a badge of honor. Like, I'd be at parent-teacher conferences. Which one's yours? Oh, my kid got the A. Oh, my kid got the D from Michael. Jump on that.
Yo, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's one of the jokes I had.
Yo, you crazy.
Boy, you crazy.
I knew you was crazy.
I tried. I did it at Wallin' Out. They let me do it
every day.
Son.
Every day. You're crazy for real.
My best friend was always like, yo, you gotta be careful with that Michael joke. I was like, I'm gonna try it one time. I tried that shit at Atlanta, and they was like, I started rolling.
Nah, that's one of them reactions, though. We got one of them reactions.
Because, you know, they're like, but then they want to hear how it could go further.
Right. No, that's funny, though.
No, D, I work with it every day. You know, you're like, nah, you know,
but
like, nah. You like kids, you crazy.
He really like Mike, doesn't he?
I had a small R. Kelly joke that a lot of people, it went over their heads a lot of times when I was talking about being at church or something, and I'm like, sometimes I'm uncomfortable at church, and I don't mean like R. Kelly at Aaliyah's prom uncomfortable. That's the same way. I'm like, that'd be too much for you. That's a little, can you bitch that nigga at prom and AJ nothing but a number come on?
You are crazy, dude.
I have to tell y'all that.
Have a preview, man. You got problems.
Yeah, man, you silly.
DEON Cole hanging out with us.
What a segue. Yeah.
Oh my
We at the
God.
Miami Improv tonight.
Oh, man.
8 o'clock show,
That
10:30,
is silly.
7, 9:30 tomorrow,
Yes.
7 to 9:30 is on Saturday, and then Sunday they got an 8 o'clock show.
Come on out, y'all. Come on out. Hit me up on Instagram at DEONCOLE. Talk to me. I'll talk back.
2019, what we got? We doing specials, like a big stand-up special. We got movies.
Netflix special, Charlotte, June 7th.
Wow.
Doing it.
Charlotte.
Yep.
I love Charlotte.
Doing Charlotte. Crazy.
You need an opener?
I
I know
got
you guys.
one.
I'm saying, look.
All right, got
he
it
fat?
lined up. He look chubby. No, I'm playing.
I was
I'm
saying, look,
playing.
fat lives matter too.
That's crazy.
They
Yes,
gonna be a show and be
man.
like, I mean, there's a lot of skinny people up here. Where's the diversity?
Racist. That's funny.
So June 7th.
Yeah, Charlotte.
June 7th, Charlotte.
Yeah.
Netflix special.
Yep.
So everybody check that out.
Yeah,
Movies?
I'm shooting it then.
Oh,
And
you
then-
shooting
I'm
that day.
shooting it that day.
Probably come out end of the year, top of the year, next year.
Yeah,
something
probably
like that.
top of the year. Yep, top of the year. It should be
What
done.
you calling it? Oh, you gotta wait.
Got some names, yeah. I'm juggling some
Okay,
names.
DEON
right
Cole
now.
got some names. June 7th.
Yeah,
Charlotte.
DEON Cole got some names, June 7th. Yes. So if y'all in the vicinity, come on out, man. We gonna do it.
Movies this year?
Yeah, I got a few that's coming out, man. 2 Minutes of Fame, me, Cat Williams, and Jay Farrow. Friendsgiving, a Netflix movie. Let me see, what else? Headshot. This Kimberly Elise and Nicole Parker. Michael J. White.
Oh, wow.
Evan
Yeah, you working,
Ross. Yes,
big
it's gonna
names
be
on that
nice.
one.
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool little movie.
See, that's what happens is when you get all the checks. Yeah, cool little movie. Get all these checks. Cool little movie.
Season 3,
no.
Grownish, locked in?
Yeah,
It's locked in?
yeah. It just came out a couple days ago that we got season
dope.
3. Yeah, season 3 on lock. Actually, the second part of season 2 starts June 5th. So
thank
watch
God,
that
'cause I
out
was
on
about to ask-
Freeform.
that was my next question.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
we got
Start.
more, y'all just stop.
Yeah. Now June 5th on Freeform. Y'all check it out.
And then season 3, you know when y'all start filming, or because that probably next year?
Nah, we
Too.
probably won't start until the fall, like when we go back to Blackish, too. Yeah.
Y'all shoot them both at the same time?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's why I don't get out much. That's why I don't get out
mean,
at
like,
all.
shoot,
I
more
be
checks.
like
Yeah,
that check
knocking
crazy.
them out, man. Knocking them out. So,
Knocking them out. More
yeah,
checks.
definitely. So, yeah, thank y'all for everybody that check out Blackish and Grownish, too. Appreciate y'all.
Anything else you want to tell the city?
Man, come on out. Check a brother out tonight, man. Come laugh, love, learn, have a good time. Man, that's it, man. We gonna get it in tonight, definitely. All my Chicago people that's down here with warrants, come on out. I want y'all to come on. Chicago cats, boy, they get a warrant, they move, Jack.
Oh boy!
Yeah, come on out. I want everybody to come on out, man. Chicago, you know we in the building. Come on out, man. We want everybody to come on out. Miami, everybody come on out. Thank you so much for having me, Improv. And y'all, thank y'all so much for having me too, man. Thank you.
Yeah, this is an honor.
It's love.
Definitely an honor.
Oh, I appreciate it, brother. Thank you.
That's right. DEON Cole in the Pac Jam with Radio Big Mac.
DJ Nasty 305 right here on 99 JAMZ.